Now we welcome Syracuse Orange starting QB Kyle McCord. Thanks to Davidson Ford of Clay, Davidson Chevy of Rome, and Auburn Community Hospital on TK99 and TK105, the flagship station of SU football.
Every week, Kyle McCord joins us. Yesterday, we had a chance to chat with Kyle McCord after the show to play here for you today. But before we talked to Kyle, we played this clip of Pittsburgh head coach Pat Narduzzi and his comments and thoughts on our starting quarterback here.
Obviously, that one transfer quarterback, Kyle McCord, is a tremendous football player. If you're not a Pitt fan, if you're not a Syracuse fan, but you're a quarterback fan, you should get your tickets now because that guy's going to play in the National Football League. We watched him on third down the other day. I don't know if he throws an incomplete pass, especially on third and medium. He throws darts. He's accurate. He's smart. He knows where to go with the ball. He will be the best quarterback that's walked in to play us in this stadium in a while.
Yeah, we talked to Kyle McCord yesterday about that and played that for him and got Kyle's thoughts on that. Let's talk SU football with starting quarterback Kyle McCord. Kyle, how you doing, man? It's been a couple of weeks of bye week for you and the guys last week.
Yeah, bye week. Got some time to recover. So,
what'd you do in the bye week?
Nothing much. Just watch football. You don't get too many Saturdays off, so it was fun to see some of my guys across the nation balling out.
What games were you paying attention to on the week? There were some good games, obviously.
Yeah,
but
obviously I think the big one was the Texas-Georgia game. I know a few guys on each team, so that was a fun one to watch. And just watching some of the other ACC games. Obviously Miami and Louisville had a good game, so those are just a few of them.
Do you play, like when you have a little bit of downtime, do you play video games? Are you a video gamer?
Not much. Every now and then I will. If some of the guys are getting on, I'll play with them, but not much, to be honest.
What's your go-to, just out of curiosity?
I play the NCAA game.
Yeah?
Yeah, play as myself a little bit. I love that game growing up, so to see it have a comeback and be in the game, it's a lot of fun to get on there.
No, that's cool. Now, in a bye week, and I was going to ask you, just in general, in practice, obviously when you go to practice and coaches are showing you game tape and working on specific plays, etc. But as far as just throwing the ball and passing, do you on your own, away from practice, go out for like an hour and you just do nothing but throw footballs, like old school, like throw it through an inner tube hanging from a tree? Like, how do you practice just flat out passing?
In the off season, I'll go out, with a few of the receivers and we'll do that. But now I think the biggest thing is just studying my mechanics. And it's not necessarily even throwing the ball, but if there's something I need to work on with, whether it's my footwork or whatever the case may be, I'll study it, then I'll just do drills. And it's really not even throwing. Just trying to, kind of rewire my brain a little bit. And then in warm-ups is when I'll really practice those things while I'm throwing and just kind of get my body and my mind sync together before we go out and play.
How many minute little things that most people probably wouldn't pay attention to do you see in yourself or that coaches point out? And it might be like, a 1 inch different in the, how you're releasing the ball. Is it get that specific? Like,
yeah, no, I mean, it's everything from where your feet are aligned in relation to your target, and are you getting your hips through the throw, or are you locking your front leg out? How big of a stride are you taking when you throw the ball, and just all those things. How you finish. Are you finishing with your momentum going towards the target, or are you falling off of it? All those things definitely matter, and Coach Nuns is really good at seeing those things live and giving me instant feedback. Like if I miss a throw in practice, he knows exactly why. So that's been a lot of fun working with him. He's a quarterback guy through and through, and so to have a pair of eyes on me like him and constantly making sure that I'm doing the right thing in terms of mechanics is helping my game out a lot.
Well, on to the next game at Pittsburgh, and really a great history at Pittsburgh. I remember watching the late Florida State legendary coach Bobby Bowden in an interview, and he was asked the greatest college team that he ever saw in his entire time as a coach, and he didn't even hesitate, 76 Pittsburgh Panthers, the national championship team with Tony Dorsett and others. So really quite a history there, and quite a history with quarterbacks at Pitt. And I played for you a little bit ago comments from head coach Pat Narduzzi about you. I was very complimentary, obviously, but when you hear words like that from opposing coaches, do you take it I want to say with a grain of salt because he's obviously doing a press conference getting ready to play you. But to hear those words from a guy like that, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's seen a lot of good football. Like you said, just coaching at Pitt. I've coached a lot of good quarterbacks. So to get that type of praise from a coach like him, it's pretty cool. But at the same time, come Thursday, we're going to be competing against each other. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a really good challenge.
Now, when you're watching game tape on Pittsburgh at the defense, who on their defense jumps out or who has been pointed out to you, obviously, with the coaching staff as a guy or a couple guys that you're going to key on and really pay attention to?
Yeah, I think their D-line has been great. They get a lot of pressure. And I forget the stat. I think it was since 2018. I think they have the most sacks out of any defense in college football. So it's obviously, I think it's a little bit of the system they run, but at the same time, they got a lot of great players as well. So just making sure that we're doing a good job in protection and being able to run the ball and all those sorts of things is going to be important. But I think their D-line definitely jumps out when you turn the tape.
Have you been to Pittsburgh before, like other than to watch football, like spend any time there?
I have not. No, I have not.
It's a cool city, and I don't know if it's open because I just thought of this when we were talking about Pittsburgh, but Jerome Bettis used to have a great bar there called Grill 36, and if it's still open, I don't know if it is, but the bathrooms, the men's room, you could look into it, and it would only turn like off so you couldn't see if you like locked the door behind you, but then you couldn't see. But if some guy just went in there, you could see, it was there. It was like, what are you doing? This is like the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Shoot, maybe you have to check that out. Yeah.
I don't know if it's still open, but it was a fun spot.
Yeah, we'll have the team meal there Thursday before the game.
As far as there's a couple other topics. My wife and I picked up a bag of your chips at Nichols last week, and my plan was to bring them in and have them with you and sample, but we ate them.
There you go.
On the way, so they're very good.
There you go.
And then have you sign the bag because your autograph's on the bag, obviously the facsimile of the one that you did. So that's obviously your real signature.
Yeah.
And then I think I might have asked you this before, but did you have input? Like, did they ask you what kind of chips you like, or did they give you like, here's a couple that we're suggesting? What would you think?
They kind of told me before like the deal was even finalized what type of chips they'd be, and they sent me like a taste test beforehand, like before it was a final like go, and I just told them I liked them a lot, and just thought just keep it the way it is, and so they kept the original I guess the original ingredients or whatever. I don't know the exact
recipe or whatever it is, the mixture.
Yeah. So they kept it, and I think they're pretty good.
Also, Monday Night Football this week, the Manning cast. Ed Reed was on there, the Baltimore Ravens legendary safety, and I don't know if you caught any of that, but they were asking him about when he was in high school, he also played quarterback. Mm-hmm. Obviously ended up playing defensive back. Did you play when you were in high school, when you were younger, did you play multiple positions? And then when did you decide, I'm going to concentrate on quarterback?
In high school, no, they wouldn't let me go to the other side of the ball. I played a little D-end growing up, D-end, a little D-tackle too. They would put me right on top of the center, and then a little linebacker as well. But D-end was really my second position.
So that wasn't going to be a thing, though, then?
No. Short-lived. Yeah, short-lived.
Yeah, last but not least for this week, Kyle, Yankees, Dodgers, what are you thinking? World Series?
Neither? No, I'm a Phillies guy through and through. So
you're not even going to pay attention.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, I know everybody's going to want me to say Yankees. But
no, say whatever you want. That's
No, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Shohei win. I think he's the best player in baseball.
Okay.
So.
Kyle, listen. Travel well, safe travels. Good luck on Thursday, and we'll catch up again next week.
Thank you.
There goes, folks. That is SU starting quarterback Kyle McCord every week. He comes in the day before, obviously, with practice and training and travel, etc. But go Orange. Again, our game day coverage tomorrow starts at 4:30 with the TK Tavern tailgate broadcast here on the flagship station for SU football, TK 99 and TK 105.